Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and after a hiatus that was honestly too long, welcome back to the Twilight Zone vlogs. If you're new around here, and there's a lot of you, once upon a time I would do this series called the Twilight Zone vlogs, where I would review one episode of the Twilight Zone, talk about it, theorize it, and so on and so forth. And it was great, and people really loved it. However, I kind of retired it because it was getting a little harder to do with so many new releases coming out, and I was having a bit of an identity crisis with my channel, so I just decided to shelve it. But now I am unshelving it, and I am bringing it back. And I highly recommend that you all watch this show. It is one of the greatest television shows ever made. Even though I will be talking about each individual episode, I will not be going into spoilers. If I refer to any twists, I will just say, "and the twist," and will not go into spoilers, I promise. This series is best if you go into this show just completely blind. So with that out of the way, let's dig into this Twilight Zone episode, which is called Nightmare as a Child. It tells the story of a woman named Helen Foley, who was returning home from work to discover a little girl sitting on the stairs outside her apartment. The little girl's name is Marky, and, well, let's just say Marky knows a little bit too much about Helen's childhood. Like many of these episodes, this was written by Serling, and as far as the characters go, this has Serling's fingerprints all over it. Even the main character, whose name is Helen Foley. Helen Foley was the name of one of Rod Serling's favorite teachers in high school, and as a matter of fact, at Serling's high school, the high school he went to, the theater itself is named after Helen Foley. I just thought that was surprisingly wholesome. And I think that's the best way that I could describe this episode. Surprisingly wholesome. Just for context's sake, the episode previous to this was A Nice Place to Visit, which was about a criminal who goes to what he thinks is heaven, but it turns out to be, well, not that. And so, the Twilight Zone has a nice contrast of going from these bigger things to, like, these smaller, isolated stories. That's the genius of Rod Serling as a writer and as a director. He could go from these bigger things to these smaller things and have just enough humanity to where you can follow it, whether big or small. He's a genius. Even though it deals with themes of reconciling with your past, that's a very human thing. That's something that everybody can relate to, unlike A Nice Place to Visit, and so I thought that was very welcome. With that in mind, though, I am of two minds on this episode, because on the one hand, this episode is very good, and it does, well, no spoilers, but it does have a happy ending. However, you do see the happy ending coming, like, quite a bit. And at the end of the day, this was a very run-of-the-mill episode, and you could pretty much guess the twist coming a mile away. I'm just afraid even reading that brief synopsis would just tip somebody off. But at the end of the day, I thought this episode was solid. But that is all for me. Thank you so much as always for watching. Next time on the Twilight Zone vlogs, I'll be talking about a man who is sick of his life and dreams of a place that he probably can't go to. The next episode is called A Stop at Willoughby. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.